2015 Jeep Compass air and cabin filter replacement. So for the air filter, you want to pop your hood, come over here. Yes, that is the vehicle's computer on top of the airbox. I don't know why it's like that, but don't be afraid. It's not a big deal. First thing we're going to do is get these two 10mm bolts out right here and get this bracket out the way. I just take it all the way off and just set these to the side. Reuse those later. Now the airbox has these 8mm little bolts around it, and you just got to get them all out. You could also use a Phillips screwdriver on it. It's like a dual head. It could be Phillips or 8mm. So just work your way around and get all these out. The ones that are out in the open are pretty easy, but there are two in the back that are kind of tedious to get. They're actually probably the hardest part of the job, is getting these two in the back. I'll show you what's going on here. So here in the back, there's one right here, and then there's one over here. What I do is I use a 8mm small socket with a tiny ratchet, like a 1/4-inch ratchet, and then I get back there and just kind of get these out, and I'll loosen them up like almost halfway, and then I'll just use my fingers to take them out the rest of the way. Try not to drop these. They're easy to drop, and just take your time on this part, because you don't want to drop these and be searching for them all day. It's really annoying. So just take your time on this part. Once you get these two out, the rest of the job is pretty easy. So go ahead and get these out. Okay, got that and that. Now we'll set these all to the side, save them all. Now you're going to gently lift this up and just use your other hand to grab that. Now since I have one hand occupied with the camera, I just gently place it on its back, and we wiggle and pull this straight forward and then up. Here's my replacement. This is a micro guard filter. Here's my part number down in the corner. That MGA 4901, I think it's 4. These are like an economy filter. They're okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. And you just kind of put it on the opposite way that you took it off. Just make sure it's on there pretty good so it doesn't fall off. And then we're gonna just gently take this, put it on top again, and then put our bolts back in, our screws. What I do is I put them all in, I'll hand start them all, and then I'll go around and I'll tighten them all down. Just be careful not to lose them. Alright, and then again, the ones in the back are going to be a little annoying. You're going to have to go kind of slower with those ones and just get these on. Someone out there, I'm sure, has a tool that can get to these really easy, but I don't have anything. All I had is a tiny ratchet to get to this. But I mean, if you really aren't, you could probably use like a small wrench or something. It'll just take a little bit, but it's really not a big deal. All right, so we'll get these snug. You don't got to go crazy tight on these bolts because you don't want to strip them out or break them. Just get them all snug, and they will all be just fine. So that's how to do the air filter. We gotta get this bracket on. This goes like this, and then you put the two 10mm bolts on. Some people will like just take the one off and then twist that, but I just take the whole thing off. Let's go ahead and get this and this on. Again, just snug is good, and that's how you do your air filter, guys. So now we're gonna move to the cabin air filter. Air filter's complete, mission accomplished. So the cabin filter, you're gonna open this. Now the first thing you need to know is there's a little a dampener plunger thing that needs to come out. So this little thing, what you need to do is push it down and then out of that little hole that goes down and out. Now these little bumpers on the side, you're going to want to squeeze this glove box and lower this just enough to where you can see how this dampener is connected. See that little rope string? You could actually unhook it on the outside as well. It's just either way, but that has to come off to get this glove box out the way. So you would pop this. Now, some people with thin arms could probably just pull this down a little bit and squeeze their arm back there to get that. My arms are fat. You know, I got really big muscles, so I can't get back there. So what I did is I got this thing out. You could use any kind of tool. I'd probably lift the glove box up a little bit and use a flathead to just kind of push this down and then out. Once it's out, either through the glove box or if you just unhook it from behind, once that's off, the hard part's pretty much over. So we're going to squeeze this enough to where these little rubber bumpers don't hit, and then this should be able to drop out here like that. Once this is down, don't put any weight on it or you could break it. Here's our access door. Notice it says air filter with an arrow pointing down. To get this off, there's these little tabs on the side. You just push them and then pull this forward. You need to do it on both sides. Be kind of gentle and patient with this because you don't want to break this access door. Alright, now once that's off, there's our cabin filter. Notice the arrows are pointing down. They say airflow. We're going to slide this out. And there you go. That's your air filter. That's how to remove it. And then here's our new one, a MicroGuard 36. The number in the corner, I missed the number. But it has arrows pointing down that say airflow. So we're going to put this in just like how the other one was. So we'll go and slide this in like that. That's a perfect fit. Once that's on, we're going to put our access door back on. Just line it up how it was, and then it'll just clip right into place. It'll just clip right into place like this. Alright. And then we'll go ahead. Oh, this guy's got to go back on. So you're going to lift the glove box up like most of the way, and you're going to have to put that dampener plunger thing on. So squeeze this. Get it like most of the way there. And then when it's mostly in, what I do is I just kind of grab this and I just come down and I put it in the hole. This is really annoying and tedious to get in sometimes. But once you get this part in though, you're good. If you absolutely can't do it or it breaks, it's not a big deal. Your glove box just won't come down nice and slow. It'll just pop down like an old glove box. But you got to get that in, and then that's it. With that, then you're going to squeeze the sides and then lift it.